Now, I spent absolutely years of my life pretending that I had it all together. Here is the thing that made me break out of that. When you're not miserable, but you're also not at rock bottom, I would say that you're sort of just fine. Now that is such a dangerous place to be. And for me, when I felt like that, it was at a time when I was making complete excuses for my behavior. I was making excuses for my lack of results. I was making excuses for not achieving the things that I wanted to achieve. And the worst part is that everything felt fine. Even I was believing those excuses at the time. Now for me, this was when I was at university. It was a really strange time. It was a time where I was so complacent that I knew I had so much potential, but there was nothing pulling that out of me. And here's what nobody tells you about that complacency. There are no instant consequences. Nobody is pulling you aside and checking in on you. Nobody is helping you to see the wrongdoings in your life. Nothing dramatic happens. You just slowly stop growing and you start calling that okay. The environment that you're in is either pulling you up or it's pulling you down. There's a quote that I love that I was told so many years ago that really just changed it for me, was that your environment is either going to cage you or it's going to catapult you. If the people that you're around really aren't challenging you, that they're comfortable with you being happy with less than you can actually achieve, they're happy with you being complacent, you're going to go absolutely nowhere. And this isn't because you're a weak person, but it's because that is how your environment is conditioning you to behave. Now, here's the trick. The moment that things changed for me was when I actually got around men who had real fruit in their lives. They had things in their lives that I truly aspired to have in my own life. It was just I didn't know how to achieve them. These people had purpose, they had direction, they were disciplined, they had marriages that were so strong and healthy. They had wives that absolutely adored them, they had great friends, they were in great shape, and they really just looked like they had their life together. They were living the life that I really, really wanted to have. I realized that I want those things, but I'm currently not doing any of the things that are setting me up to have what those guys have. Now, the question that I want you to sit with is not what do you want, but what are you actually doing to get what you want? Are you being complacent? Do you know that there is more inside of you than you are currently living out? Because I can assure you, if you want to achieve those things, you need to start doing things slightly differently. There's a reason you keep resetting. There's a reason you keep doing the same things and seeing no change. If you change nothing, nothing changes. Potential without direction, it isn't actually potential. It's just pressure to go nowhere. It's pressure that literally is just amounting to nothing. You need to be in an environment where you have potential, but you actually have outlets for this potential to show itself, to learn skills, to find people that will come beside you and they will teach you. For me, that was my best friend Dre. This was a time where he didn't just call me out on things to be rude, but he knew my heart. He gave me so much brotherly love where he knew the things that I wanted to achieve, and he could see that, hey, I wasn't going to get there. So what did he do? He helped me understand what needed to change. He helped give me actual opportunities for me to prove to myself that I was competent, for me to grow skill sets. And actually, I was able to learn so much off him. He was able to reach a hand down to me and pull me up with him. So that is a prime example of my environment pulling me up. Whereas for all those years at university, although there were good parts, there was a lot of fun. Overall, that environment was really keeping me at a certain level. It was pushing me down. It was making me conform to the things that I didn't want to be like. And if you want things different to what everybody else wants, I hate to break it to you, but you're going to have to start doing things differently to how they do things. And I want you to remember that your action is what shapes your character.